A decades-old conflict has taken the center stage yet again. Israel and Palestine continued their exchange of rockets for a second day. Now, in the latest, Israeli authorities extended its bombardment to the city of Rafah, bringing the death toll to 24, including 6 children. Officials defended their move, calling it a reaction to a barrage of missiles fired by the Palestinian side. On Friday, an operation was launched against the Palestinian Islamic group. This officially ended more than a year of relative calm in the volatile region. In 2 days, 204 people have been left injured, with most injuries reported on the Palestinian side. Now, the Prime Minister's office has claimed that the rebel group in Gaza attempted to target Israeli authorities but failed in its operation. The rocket fell short and landed inside Gaza in the city of Jabalia. It also ended up killing 4 children, among others. Hamas, on the other hand, claims that the children were among the dead from a blast close to the camp and blamed Israel for the incident.
Tonight, Islamic Jihad terrorists fired a rocket towards Israel, which fell short inside Gaza, hitting a Palestinian home in the Jabalia neighborhood and tragically killing at least 4 children. There is video documenting the entire thing. There was no Israeli activity in the Gaza Strip, in that area, or at that time. Islamic Jihad is killing Palestinian children in Gaza. 1 in 4 rockets fired from Gaza towards Israel lands inside the Gaza Strip. Iran's proxies, including Islamic Jihad, have a long history of hiding behind civilians to target Israeli civilians. The world should be outraged at this terrorist group targeting innocent Israelis and killing innocent Gazans. Israel will continue to stand up to this vicious terrorist organization, which threatens Israelis and Palestinians alike.
Now, the latest tensions are a testimony to the decades-old rivalry between Israel and Palestine. Defense Minister Benny Gantz has issued a warning for the Palestinian leaders. Listen in.
אנחנו נמצאים ביום השני למבצע עלות השחר, שמטרתו לעצור את איומי ארגון הטרור הג'יהאד האסלאמי ולהחזיר את השקט והיציבות לעוטף עזה. סיכלנו ונמשיך לסכל טרוריסטים רבים שמתכננים לשגר רקטות ופצמ"רים לישראל. פגענו בעשרות מתקנים צבאיים שמשמשים את הג'יהאד האסלאמי לייצור ולשיגור.
Now, in the past 2 days, Israel has time and again justified its move, saying that the Palestinian group is posing as a security threat to the region. This Palestinian Islamic group, also known as PIJ, has had deep links with the Hamas. Both are some of the strongest groups operating in the Gaza Strip. PIJ specifically is backed by Iran, an arch rival of Israel. The group too has been pounded Israel with more than 160 rockets, setting off air raid sirens and sending people running to bomb shelters. But most of these missiles have been intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome. Military troops and artillery have been deployed close to the Gaza border. The latest tensions have also stopped the planned transport of fuel into Gaza, crippling the territory's lone power plant and reducing electricity to around 8 hours per day. Now, some international reactions pouring in. Russia has called for maximum restraint in the Gaza Strip. United Kingdom too is urging for a swift end to the violence, but has openly stood by Israel and its right to defend itself. Many experts closely watching the developments say that Israel's upcoming November elections could have a role in the latest flare-up. Palestinians have accused leaders of using Gaza as a weapon to rally the Israeli population. Just last year, the two sides broke into an 11-day war. Israeli forces and Hamas rebels launched a barrage of missiles. At least 250 people were killed in Gaza and 13 in Israel. The war proved to be extremely costly and mentally draining. Yet, just a little over a year later, the two are again at crossroads. And for more on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report. Take a look.
Israel has said its fight is not against the people of Gaza, but against Iranian proxy Islamic Jihad, which is blacklisted as a terror group by Israel, the US and EU. Israel has said its actions were to preempt imminent terror attacks being planned by Islamic Jihad against Israeli civilians, and that in the past 24 hours, 365 rockets have been fired at Israel, 96% of which were aimed at residential areas. And a ceasefire is not expected, at least over the next few days. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.